Hello everyone, welcome back to Free Kick. I hope you are doing well. To all the football lovers, make yourself at home because you are at the right place. The Real Madrid versus Manchester City's match is around the corner, and the outcome of that match could impact significantly the rest of the season for each of those two teams. And this analysis will be about the consequences of a defeat for each team, starting with Manchester City. If Man City loses against Real Madrid, Pep Guardiola will most likely have a mental breakdown, but the result will ultimately not be surprising. The club has been piling up problems over problems this season, losing against teams that they used to beat easily, and dropping points until they were ousted from the Premier League title race. They are now at the 4th place and are trying to hold on to that top 4. As for their UCL campaign, it is by far the worst they had under Guardiola. They barely made it to the playoffs and are now fighting for a spot in the round of 16. That illustrates very well just how much they fell off. As of now, the club is plunged into a deep crisis, and Guardiola's playing system seems to have collapsed. Pep just seems to have no inspiration at the moment. The club bought new players during the winter transfer window, like Khrouchanov from Lens or Marmoush from Frankfurt, in an attempt to help revitalize the team's game. For now, it is unclear whether these signings will pay off on the long run, but both Khrouchanov and Marmoush did very well against Newcastle, and this win can give some hope to the team for what's coming next at the Bernabeu. If Guardiola fails to make things happen against Real Madrid, there will be even more doubts about his contract extension and whether or not he still has the resources to revive the team and make it shine again is an element that will be questioned. The next important thing to note is that a defeat against Real Madrid can only confirm that the team has too much limitations. It can also grant Guardiola, however, the necessary time and space to find what is wrong and fix it before the next upcoming season. Apart from that, Manchester City does not have too much to lose here, since they seem to have processed that this season would be blank for them anyways. They will have no league title this year, and in the state in which things are, it will be perfectly understandable if they lost to Real Madrid. On the other hand, things are very different for Real Madrid. First and foremost, it is essential to remember that the stakes are very high for Real Madrid. They are the defending champions. They historically carry the heritage of kings in the UCL, and they just won their 15th title in the competition last season. On top of that, the president Perez added Kylian Mbappe to this team of superstars, forming the new Galacticos. However, this was done at the expense of the strengthening of the defense, which has become the number one issue for the team today. Ancelotti's staff had and still has to cope with a mountain of injuries of key defensive players. That took a toll on the team's results, since they failed to win their last 3 league matches. The UCL campaign of the current champions has also been far from brilliant. They failed to qualify directly for the round of 16, and in consequence, they absolutely have to win these playoffs to advance to the next level. Despite this rocky start, Real Madrid is still widely considered favorite to win against Man City, and being knocked out during this round of 32 will be a disgrace for Ancelotti and the men in white. In spite of all the issues the team had to face, they are still regarded as being ahead of City and must win this match. If Real Madrid loses and at home, to add salt to injury, the club will officially be in a state of crisis. President Perez did not form a Galactico team to be knocked out of the UCL that early. In his calculations, this season is supposed to be a treble season. The Spanish Super Cup has already been lost to Barcelona, so losing the biggest trophy of them all would be a slap in the face. Even winning the Copa del Rey after that will never be as fulfilling as winning another UCL. An additional information to keep in mind is that by being knocked out of the UCL that early, the team might lose all motivation to push through the rest of the season, and the timing will be very bad for that loss of motivation, since Barcelona just overtook them, taking the first place in La Liga standings. This could result in them ultimately losing La Liga because their biggest motivation, which is usually the Champions League competition, will have been taken away from them. A defeat against City would also bury any chance Real Madrid's star players would still have of competing for the 2025 Ballon d'Or and winning it. So Vinicius, Bellingham, Rodrigo and Mbappe, basically all of them will have to try again next year, which will be a great disappointment. Another issue that could be raised if a defeat against City occurred is the imbalance that is slowly but surely destroying the team. Having the four Galacticos together on the same pitch is just too much. It creates too much traffic on the front and reduces the clinical efficiency of the team. So one of them will have to be dropped at some point, but this is a subject for another video. The ultimate question that could emerge if Real Madrid loses to City would be whether or not to sack Ancelotti. Carlo has been there for a long time and has served this club to the best of his abilities. However, he seems to be running out of solutions now, and if more humiliating defeats happen under his watch, his job might be on the line. Once again, the stakes are high when it comes to this match, and both teams will have something to lose, but Real Madrid will without a doubt be the team that has the most to lose by being defeated. That was all for this analysis. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next time.